Ladies and gentlemen, thrilled to have my good friend and Food Network chef, Melissa Mayo. We're here to talk Israel, celebrate, elevate, educate. And by the way, we're thrilled to have you part of Israel Appreciation Day because, folks, there's going to be a lot of food there, and most of it's going to be under the tutelage of Melissa Mayo. The food in Israel is amazing. What is some food in Israel that you can't really replicate outside of Israel to the same level?
I would even go so far as to say that it actually begins with the fruits and the vegetables and the produce, and just how delicious it tastes. I mean, even just a watermelon in Israel is possibly going to be the best watermelon you've eaten in your life. And I find that really fascinating because the whole Middle East was a desert or is a desert and struggled with turning the land fertile. And yet, here's this tiny speck of land that was a desert, a country that invented and gifted literally drip irrigation to the world. As small as they are, grows every kind of fruit or vegetable in the world and imports it and exports it too. I mean, everything is just, and I have a home in Italy, so I know good produce, but I would say Israel is up there in terms of just quality of fresh fruits and vegetables and produce and milk and like cheeses and things to begin with. Just the raw Mother Nature stuff.
We might, maybe talking about food wasn't a good idea because you're on the West Coast, it's dinner time here. So I'm listening to you and I'm going, okay, I want one of those, two of those. And obviously I've been to Israel and the food
Obviously,
is
shawarma, falafel,
right, right.
sugar. What I find Israel is it's the melting pot and it's a very spice forward country. So what I love about it is how bold the spices are. You've got, the Yemenites and their malawach and their strong cinnamons and sweet spices. And then you've got like the bold turmerics and you've got seeds, and you've got the Palestinian mix, the Moroccan mix, you've got the Jews of Eastern Europe. It's almost a melting pot of all countries in the world that have come together. And what I love about food itself is that it tells a story. I find like the best way I
Hmm.
can honor my parents and my great grandparents and that came before is making the recipes they made. And there's nothing in the entire world like a taste or a smell of a dish to trigger a memory or to trigger
An emotion,
the
right?
transportation back in
Right.
time. I mean, when I make something my mother makes, I can feel her there and I can feel all the generations prior to that. So I think what's so interesting about Israeli food is that it's a mix of food from everywhere in the world. There's African and European and Eastern European and Middle Eastern influences, but everything focuses on quality, fresh ingredients. They do a lot of like bigger lunches, kind of like Europe, bigger lunches, smaller
Yeah.
dinners. The Israeli breakfast itself is like a work of art. I mean, it's very much like a savory Turkish breakfast, the cheeses and the tomatoes. It's so simple and nourishing and comforting.
The food to me is amazing there. Do you have a favorite dish? I mean, what's your favorite dish? I
So
know it's
one of
hard to
my
pick one. It's hard to pick one. I
favorite
got that part.
things there, believe it or not, is shawarma or falafel. So
Oh,
just, and not from the fanciest
that-
restaurant, like a good falafel from a
right.
street vendor where you get the pita and they like shove in the cabbage and the Israeli chopped salad and the hummus and the tahina. And
Spicy? You like it spicy or not?
I like everything spicy. I don't
Okay.
eat spicy stuff. And I will
Okay.
say also something that I ate for the first time in my life there that's just blew me away. Probably the best bite of food I've ever had was actually something called, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, malawach or malawach. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a Yemen dish. And basically, instead of using like a laffa wrap or like a burrito wrap we use in Mexican food, they
Hmm.
use a pastry that's almost like a phyllo puff pastry dough. So it's got,
Nice.
oh my God. Oh,
I'm hungry. Okay, I have to go now. I'm hungry. Food is a celebration of living. When you go to Israel and you come back, in face of the adversity, it is the whole country is a celebration of living. So, because there's so much to Israel, right? The food is so endemic with the multicultural aspect of Israel anyway. Melissa Mayo, Food Network, thank you so much. In full disclosure, my good friend, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Robert, always a pleasure. Thank you for including me in this amazing event.
Thanks,
Yay!
Melissa.
Celebrating.